So guys, we've got a cheese bet and Netflix, and I'm gonna show you guys how I came to that thought and if I actually won the bet or not. But really quickly, so we've got another vacuum sealer. This one sells for almost 100 bucks, $99 and some change on Amazon. Highly rated, a little bit on a larger size. I would say this is more of a medium vacuum sealer by Beelicious Pro. It's, again, highly rated. It's got all your basic features, does not do soups and, highly marinated stuff. It says that it does actually up to moist food or moist plus. So that's one of the things we're going to look at today, but let's see what it comes with. So out of the box, you got your power cable, you've got the extra tube, and this one is great for if you've got one of those vacuum things on your wine bottles that you want to keep overnight, or any canisters that come with those nipples ready. So it's got a specific function for that. It also comes with 2 rolls of your plastic bags, and these are also freezer safe from what the listing says, but it does not say if they're BPA free, which I'm assuming then they're not BPA free. This was one of the few that comes with what they call a handle, and the handle is kind of interesting. I'll go into that in a second. They also have, what I really like is the fact that you can undo the power and completely separate the power for storage, or you can wrap it around the back or take it off and wrap it around the back. So that part of it is designed well. The reason it's a little bit on a larger scale for what it does is the fact that it keeps your rolls stored in the back, but it actually keeps one at a time. So either your small rolls or your larger roll. And it's got a cutter here as well. So once you put your roll in the desired size, you basically put it under the cutter and you move that across to cut per size that you require or need depending on the usage. Now, this is your chamber for vacuuming. And then you've got the sealer here at the bottom. This machine does allow you to do a single or double sealer on your bags, which is, again, another nice feature to have. This being removable, again, easy to wash and easy to clean all the way around. Nothing out of the ordinary. Overall, good design. It is on a more of a medium weight size. The website says, or the listing says, it's about 5.5 pounds. So roughly around 6 pounds total. Here's what I don't like about what they call a handle. This is to operate where you click it up and now you're able to open it, and when it's back down, the handle is really a latch to push down to give you that seal and clamp down. It's not really a handle, because if you're not careful and you pull too quickly, well, it opens up and it's not, functioning as a handle per se. So that's one of the design factors that I didn't love about it. The other thing is, in comparison to some of the other vacuum sealers that we've been testing and putting through all of our reviews, this one gives you the option of cutting your bags to size. Here's the pros and cons on that, in my opinion. The rolls not only basically increase your size of the unit, so you have a bigger unit, you have a heavier unit to move around. If you want to go from large to small, you have to go ahead and change them in here, which is an extra step. But more importantly than that, the bags are completely open-ended. What that means is, when I first want to get started on doing or getting a bag prepped, the first step that I have to take is first seal the bottom. So you have to seal one side to start off with. Once that's sealed, then you have to open it up again. Let's just do that really quickly. I'm gonna actually go ahead and seal one of them, see how long it takes. It's about 17, 18 seconds for it to seal one side, and that's a double seal. And there it is. I don't know why the vacuum portion of this operates at the end of the sealing being completed. There's nothing to vacuum there except the fact that I'm sealing the back of this. There's one other factor that I don't like about this, which is when I'm sealing this down here, look at the indentation that the vacuum chamber, it's coming from these here. From what I've seen on the manufacturer's manual, that is the part that they want you to do. It's basically seal it here, pull it back out of how much longer you need this, and then go ahead and cut this. Just from closing this on it, you can see the indentation on the plastic. It hasn't poked a hole through there. However, in my opinion, depending on how much of vacuum you're doing and what you're putting in there, it is creating a point of puncture potentially, and that's concerning. Okay, so now let's pretend that you're supposed to, which is very cumbersome. Let's just say we're going to go ahead and cut that, and the idea is not to seal it, but first measure the size of the bag that we want. Let's say we want a bag to be of that length, and I want to waste as little as possible. So now, before sealing it, before pushing this down, in order not to get those indentations, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this first. And you have to really hold this down in order to cut it precisely. So now I've got my bag. Now you can go ahead and push this up to these little holders for the sealer. And then let's go ahead and seal that part. And it's doing its thing, and you'll see the vacuum at the end of it again. So now it's sealed at the bottom. So let's pretend we've got something in here just for showcasing this. Now you go ahead and line it up. They want you to line this up again. So they want you to line it up to this guide. And let's just say that's up to there. And we're gonna go ahead and seal it again, 20 seconds. So there you have it. It takes that much longer to pre-cut a bag, whichever way you go about it, whether you're pulling it out, sealing it first, cutting it, and then sealing the other side, or if you're gonna cut it and then seal one side, fill it up, vacuum it, then seal it again. So that's really, in my mind, that's the drawback of the machines that are not using the pre-cut bags. It will take more of your time and more of that precision of making sure you're cutting both sides correctly, evenly, because once they line up in the chamber, you have to have that even line in order to get the full correct vacuum and seal again. In my mind, there's too many steps here already. If you're using this as much as we do in our household, that's just a lot of extra time for a little bit of saving on the bag. For me, it's not worth it. I'm already saving quite a bit by using one of these vacuum sealers, by buying in more bulk and stretching those dollars by having my food last longer. I don't want that process to take even longer. I want it to be fast, easy, quick, and precise. That's the one drawback, I think, and as I mentioned before, this also requires more space because it's holding these bags inside of it. Other than that, let's just jump onto some of the other factors and see how this machine does overall with the suction power, with how it handles wet, or as they say, moist food. And let's go through it. And then also, more importantly, how do we do with this and where does that come into play? I like to keep our herbs sealed. They just last longer after you've washed and dried them. But I don't need much pressure on these. So I'm gonna go ahead and seal this with the manual option here, and let's see how it does, just to get a little bit of that air out. So we'll lock that down, and then let's go ahead and do the pulse with gentle, and let's see. And that's really all I need to just get some of that air out. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and seal it. Okay, so here it is. This was on manual, so it's not a full air vacuum. That's how really I want it, and that gives you a really nice option on the manual. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the moist food, but I'm gonna go ahead and switch the bags now, which again is a little bit cumbersome. You have to take one out and put the other one in. Okay, let's load the large size in here. And this is almost the full length of this, but it's still, there's some movement in there. What I wanna do is, we made these meatballs yesterday, and now I wanna go ahead and freeze them. And we're gonna see how this does with that. See, just like that, I'm holding it, and I'm holding it tight, but now if you can see that, it's not cut fully straight. And that causes a problem. This, I can still manage to get it fully in the chamber, but it's not straight. So the suction might not come out great. And also, if it doesn't, you've not only wasted this, but the other part of it, you still have to cut and get that straight. Again, all those steps as is, with everyone's busy lives these days, we don't need the extra excuses as to why we don't want to use something because it takes too long. We want products that are going to save us the time and get us to our goal of saving money, having better food, and being quicker about our days going through and achieving what we want to achieve that much quicker. So in my mind, if we were using this on a daily basis, just the fact of thinking in the back of my mind, I got to cut that bag, I got to double seal one side and then go back to seal the other side, it would probably, on my more tired days or longer days, I would think twice about doing that. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to seal the part that's uneven first. Okay, that's done. As I mentioned before, I always like, whether it's cooked food or uncooked, I always like folding the top. That way, if you get any spill or anything around the edge right here, it's going back on the inside rather than having to clean up the whole outside of the bag. Let's go ahead and put these meatballs, there's 5 of them, in here with very, very minimal liquid around them. I'm trying to actually pick up even less liquid right now. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and there's 3 settings on this. Again, line it up to here. Make sure it's held in place. It does want to lift up. Okay, there we go. Here's the food mode. So you've got dry, moist, and moist plus. I'm going to go ahead and use moist plus just to be safe. And I'm going to say gentle food because I don't want the meatballs to get fully crushed. And let's go ahead and say vacuum and seal, and I've got it on a double seal. Some of that liquid started kind of going up. Let's hope that it still is able to do a full seal on this for us. Okay, it actually sealed all the way through. I do have a little tiny bit of moisture up here. Very little, but I don't know if that's from just at the very beginning, if there was some here and it suctioned through. But again, you can see the seal is all the way through. I don't have any holes or anything in this one. And now this is freezer safe. For about this much minimal liquid, which is also for minimal like olive oil type of marination of raw protein, this product can work well. Again, you do need about that much, which is like probably about 4 inches, 3 to 4 inches space in order to make sure that the liquid and everything doesn't come through. But it works. Okay, so here's the moment that we're all waiting for. How did I get the cheese to pay for our Netflix? Here's the simple math on this. Same company, same exact cheese. In order for me to get the same weight volume as this here, I would have to buy exactly 5 of these bags, and that would put me up to 80 ounces. That price would be at $43.95. That's an extra $24.95 per month in order to have the same weight cheese, same exact cheese from 2 different companies. So here's how I paid for our Netflix. If I'm able to preserve this, because we don't go through one of these full bags per week. And the argument was, hey, this cheese stays fresh. This is what we consume in 1 week, and give or take, 5 to 7 days. This cheese, once we open it up and we're getting towards the bottom, it's either getting stale, it's not as fresh, or it doesn't melt as well because, again, some of that moisture and everything has evaporated from the cheese. Now, the way we go about it is we take one of these bags and divide it exactly in 2. I leave half of it in this bag, and I take the other half and I vacuum seal it and put that in the fridge. And the other one, I don't have to do anything with it yet because it's still vacuum sealed, and we'll also put that in the fridge. Once we finish this bag, we'll take the vacuum sealed one, pour it back into here because it's got a Ziploc, and go through that in a week. Once that's done, we'll repeat the same process exactly for this one. Just to put it in perspective for you guys, this is one item. You can do this with multiple items across the board, but this is with one item saving you almost $300 per year. It's mind-boggling when you think about that. You've not given anything up except taking a few extra steps in order to save $300 almost per year, which is the joke that pays for Netflix. After paying the cost of bags, which is $6 to $12 annually total, you're saving about $287 to $294, somewhere around there, by just making this one change, which at the end of a $19.99 per month subscription with Netflix, it's still actually leaving you some money to pay for this by itself. So this is 99 bucks. You pay about $50 of this. It's left over to pay for the machine itself, not counting what else this is saving you money on. This is not sponsored by any means by Tillamook or Costco or the actual vacuum sealer, by the way. We've purchased this ourselves. This is what we do at our home, but I wanted to share that with you guys because everything that we're doing here is not just about, let's get the best product out there for your kitchen that saves you money and you don't have to replace, not just getting a product that actually is better for our environment because we're not having to return and send things back and forth, but also along the way, how do we use those products in order to save you guys time and money as a byproduct? My thought on this machine is, having used multiple different vacuum sealers, the actual functionality of this product is well designed and works really well for that $99 product. I would not buy this again simply because I don't like the size of it for what it produces and how cumbersome this process is. I just know if I have something like this that takes this many steps to get me to my goal, it's gonna be a gadget that I use maybe for the first couple of weeks and then it just sits in the cupboard. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Come back for more. We're gonna continue with some of the other highly rated vacuum sealers on Amazon. We've got a few more that we're gonna go through for you guys. And then at the end, we're gonna put them all together and give you our input as to which ones are our favorites for different uses. I hope you've enjoyed this. Subscribe if you haven't and give this a thumbs up. Come back for more, and thank you guys again.